What's going on, guys? Breelu here, and as you guys can tell by the title, yes, I'm going to be talking about E3, or at least like the games that I'm excited for from E3. So E3's been over for a while now. Mostly the reason why I'm doing it this late is because I'm extremely lazy. That's like the number one reason. Number two is just like I was actually working because I actually have a job. Like YouTube isn't my job. I don't get paid to do YouTube. I actually have a job and do in real life things, and I just wasn't able to watch it actually that much, but obviously everyone talks about it and everyone makes videos on it, and obviously I got to watch a whole bunch of videos after the fact and trailers and stuff. But yeah, so this is just kind of like a video that I want to make about the games that at least that I'm excited for. I know that maybe you might not be excited for these games, or you might be excited for other games, and there was definitely a lot more games than this. I'm actually only excited for like 4 games. Yeah, 4 games. But, so just a little something before I start, before I get onto, I guess my list. So Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2 was announced, and honestly, I don't really know why people are hyped for it. It literally looks like reskins of, like, the past games. So Battlefield 1 looks like a reskin of Battlefield 4 / Battlefield 3. Basically looks the same. It's just, like, I don't know why someone just couldn't mod Battlefield 4, that's literally what it looks like. Doesn't really look that much different. Although I will say the setting looks kind of cool. All that. And Titanfall 2, Titanfall 2, even though Battlefield 1 looks like, basically just setting and few of the cosmetics are different. Freaking Titanfall 2 literally looks like Titanfall 1. Drifter did a video where he was kind of talking about Titanfall 2, and he put a few clips. He put a few clips here and there with Titanfall 1 and Titanfall 2 in the video. I literally couldn't fucking tell the difference. I was like, wait, what? When did it switch from Titanfall 2 to Titanfall 1 gameplay? I literally couldn't tell the difference. That's the only thing. And also Titanfall 2 and Watch Dogs 2, I feel like they're kind of like the sequels to the first games is what the first game should have been. So Titanfall 2 is what Titanfall 1 should have been, right? With a bunch more guns, a bunch more gameplay, a bunch more content in it, and a story. They actually seem like they have a single player story in it now. And it's not DLC exclusive either, so it's going to be PlayStation 4. And I think PC, I'm not sure if it's going to be on PC, but it's going to be on other consoles besides Xbox. And Watch Dogs 2 seems like it's going to be what Watch Dogs 1 should have been, so more content, being able to hack more stuff, and, I'm not really sure what, and maybe the, the graphics actually, maybe keeping the par with, what they were wanting to deliver. But, yeah, so I'm onto my list now, and this is kind of this list kind of goes from what I'm least excited to what I'm most excited for. So, off to, even though I kind of did talk shit about this, Titanfall 2 is sort of on my list at number 4. The only complaint is that, yeah, it basically looks like Titanfall 1. Basically looks like almost a carbon copy, literally almost the same, except for I think it's Grapple. They're adding a first-person campaign and some other stuff that the community wanted, which is a good thing. It's not that big of a deal to me, though, because I didn't play Titanfall 1. I've seen, a lot of gameplay from Drifter and from a few of my other friends that, like Titanfall. But, it's kind of cool that they're actually, it's going to be on PlayStation 4. It's going to be on, I think it's going to be on PC. I'm not sure if it's actually going to be on PC. So, yeah, I might get it, but that's only because I didn't play Titanfall 1. If I had played Titanfall 1, and I do have Titanfall 1, I'm not sure if I would buy Titanfall 2, so I'm not too sure about that, but I am a little bit excited for that. Only thing, I'm not sure if I'm going to get it for Xbox or PlayStation 4. I know that my friend's probably going to get it for Xbox. I really don't want to get it for Xbox. I like first-person shooters on PlayStation because I feel more comfortable aiming and shooting with I feel more comfortable with first-person shooters on PS4. I don't know, I have to make my decision on that. So my second game, or no, my third game on my list, I guess, is God of War. And now let me just say this right off the bat, I'm not a God of War fan. I had played the first one after they released a God of War collection on the PlayStation 3 a while back. Because I was helping my friend, or my friend had it, and I was helping him platinum it, which we did. which I remember that was super hard. We had to, it wasn't super hard, but it took a long time. We had to, the last trophy was like we had to speed run the campaign in under like 10 hours or something, and that took a while. But yeah, I'm not much of a huge God of War fan. One thing I do say that I like with like the original God of Wars is that I really did like the was it the boss fights? They were pretty cool, even though it was just QTE and just pressing buttons at certain times. It was kind of cool. I did really enjoy the you know, beating up these huge bosses, these huge like, you know, snakes and Zeus, and beating them up, and like it was pretty brutal too. I really do kind of like that. But this one, it seems like they're changing it up quite a bit actually. So it's instead of, so the old God of Wars were like in Greek mythology. This one seems like it's going to be Norse mythology. So it's going to be Odin, Thor, Loki, and all that, which is kind of cool. And like the setting is different. It seems like it's in like Scandinavia or Sweden. Like it looks really nice, and like the graphics look really nice. It looks pretty cool. Kratos actually looks kind of cool too. He's older and whatever. He's got a son too. Like it looks pretty cool. And there actually seems like they're actually gonna make somewhat of a story or a plot. They're actually gonna add more. They're actually gonna maybe make Kratos have more of a character development, which is kind of cool. Like it looks like they might actually make him more than just one dimensional. Like I'm gonna kill everyone. I'm gonna kill every god, right? So that's cool. The only kind of critique or bad thing that I have about it is that like I don't know how they're gonna mix it in with the original God of Wars, because the original ones were in Greek mythology, like I said. This one's in Norse. Not sure how they're gonna make that kind of transition into that, but I mean I guess you could just say maybe he killed all the Greek gods and then he just moved up north to Sweden, maybe because he heard that there was more gods there that were still alive or something, and he wants to kill all the gods now, or something like that. Now, one thing I did notice from the trailer, at least, was that it looks like it might be open world-ish. I'm not too sure. Like it kind of looked like he was going through like a mission. Even though he's going through a mission with his kid to find like this deer thing or whatever, it looked like he went through this one part where it looked like there was multiple ways to go. Like you could go one of like 4 different ways. So I'm not sure if the older ones were like that. I know that the first one wasn't like that. I haven't played, like I said, I'm not a huge fan. I haven't played the other ones. So it you know, it looks kind of cool. It might be like open world. And the open world idea too is supported from, it looks like there's going to be like a skill tree, or like, so there's one part where you get out of the thing and you tell your kid to hunt something, and he's like, okay, what should I hunt? And then Kratos is like, I told you, like, it's your decision or whatever. So he finds like tracking on the ground, and he's like, oh, like it seems like there's a deer or something. I'm gonna go find it, and I'm gonna go this way. And then up in the top right corner, or the top left, I can't remember, but like this little text popped up, and it was like +5 experience on tracking or something, right? And now in like the older God of War games, that wouldn't really make that much sense, because it's just like a hack and slash. But if it's sort of an open world, kind of like maybe you have to find food every now and again, then that would make sense to have this sort of like tracking. Maybe once you level that up, you can track like animals a lot easier. So I don't know, that looks kind of cool. Graphics look amazing. Looks like, especially at the end, there was like this dragon that flew by, and I'm like, oh, that looks really cool. Maybe you can fight a huge dragon at the end, and as long as they have like the awesome boss fights, along with like this new story that they actually seem like they're gonna do, I think it might actually be a really good game. And maybe I should start playing the older God of Wars, just to maybe, you know, keep in touch with the story, whatever. And my number 2 game is South Park, Fractured Butthole. Now, I actually did not get that reference until I was talking with my friend on the PlayStation. I understood it in the reference of like the Marvel superhero thing, because it's like, you know, it's like making fun of Marvel and the Civil War and all that, and you know, making fun of that. And holy Jesus, these crows are going crazy. But I didn't understand that it was a butthole joke, right? Because like when I first saw it, I just saw the text when I saw it, so that was awesome. But the first game was hilarious. I didn't play it myself, but I watched PewDiePie play the entire first game, and it was so funny. Like the jokes were just on point, and it was actually a really good game. Like it was the only, like the first game is the only game, the first South Park game is the only Ubisoft / licensed game that is actually good. You know, usually movie licensed games aren't really that good. Usually Ubisoft games like kind of fall short on graphics and whatever. But this one was actually really good. It was hilarious. It actually feels like you're in. It actually feels like you're in like a TV episode of the South Park like TV episode. Like I think South Park is just genius. Like with what they do with their stuff. Like recently I just watched like what was it, the Jack Officeers show, and I really like South Park is like my best sort of kind of, you know, I guess immature show, like one of those. It's just hilarious. I don't know. And last but not least, and this, I don't know, this shouldn't really surprise anyone. It's Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. They showed off a little, I guess, one mission off the campaign. And now, I know, a lot of people, there's a lot of hate on this, especially in this year, Call of Duty, but, like, what's new, you know? Like, every single Call of Duty every year gets sort of hate, just because it's Call of Duty, and people like to hate on it, this year especially, because people don't really like the whole, you know, future Call of Duty. I enjoy it. I like this title. I think it's gonna be good. I think I have trust in Infinity Ward. They make the best Call of Duties in my opinion. I don't know, like we haven't even seen multiplayer gameplay and people are already freaking out. And I just like, I would just say just wait for the multiplayer campaign. I think it's gonna be good regardless. You know, like I like the futuristic Call of Duties just because I've played like 8 years of the classic boots on the ground Call of Duty. I like that Advanced Warfare, you know, made us jump around and like actually added in new stuff as opposed to just reskinning the same Call of Duty every year. And if you guys don't like it, too bad, you know, don't play it, right? And I bet you out of the 2 million people who disliked, what was it, the Infinite Warfare trailer, I bet you at least half of them will have already pre-ordered Infinite Warfare, and we'll probably play it day one when it comes out. So I don't know. I'm definitely gonna play it when it comes out. I'm excited for it. It looks pretty cool. The only thing that I'm kind of not worried about, but in the campaign, apparently like Drifter and a bunch of other people were saying that like so there's one part where you're flying the ship and you're having like a dogfight. It looks kind of cool, but only thing is, it looks kind of like the rail shooter like from every other Call of Duty campaign. So there have been other campaign moments where you've like you've gone into vehicles and you've used them like cool vehicles, but like it's basically just a rail shooter. So it's kind of like on a set track. You can't really like turn around. Apparently from Drifters, what he said is that you can actually turn around and do 360. I don't really think so. It looks like it's gonna be like a rail shooter, like it is. It looks like I don't think I can turn the other way when I'm shooting the thing. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll leave all the you know, trailers for these games out in the description so you guys can look at them. But yeah, obviously, like I said, these are the games that I'm excited for. You know, you guys might not be excited for these games. You might be excited for more games, other games. I might have left others out. But these are the ones that I'm excited for, that I'm looking forward to, that I'm probably going to buy. But yeah, let me know what kind of games you guys are excited for down in the comments below. I would like to see what games you guys are excited for, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.